They might not work, but I'm willing to bet all the wooden nickels I have in my pockets.
The reason I am the instructor for this video, besides being devilishly handsome, and don't touch nothing. Change it. But it's much easier for Baker to push me over. Don't move. And next time for the next installment.
Stand by. Go.
Hold on. You dropped your celebratory biscuit.
Oh! Oh, where'd that go? That came out my biscuit pouch?
Yeah.
Oh! Well, luckily it only fell on the ground.
Yeah.
But how'd that go?
Well, the time I stopped it a little bit too late. You actually made 10 seconds.
Yeah?
Yeah, so you actually made 10 seconds.
Sweet! High five!
Yeah.
Good thing I had my celebratory biscuit.
Sure, I agree. The only problem was
A little soggy.
you shot the targets from left to right instead of going orange, green, pink. You're supposed to go left, then all the way right, and then middle.
And I went left, middle, right.
Yes.
So I probably shouldn't be eating this then.
Hey everybody, I'm
Hi.
Kennedy, and this here is Baker, and welcome to Intuitive Defense. The video clip you just saw is the challenge we will be going over in this episode of our coaching video series. We will be reviewing the failed noob challenges of season 2, determining what mistakes were made and the corrective actions that you can take to complete these challenges, helping you to become a more well-rounded shooter.
These techniques and tips are what we have learned and taught others in the past. So for some people, they might not work, but I'm willing to bet all the wooden nickels I have in my pockets, the vast majority of you will benefit from these videos.
The format of these videos is that the shooter, be Baker in this one, will be a passive participant, only responding to instructions or commands from the instructor. Hey, that's me.
It's you. Yay. What that means is the shooter, me, won't take any action on my own, as a new shooter should.
The reason I am the instructor for this video, besides being devilishly handsome, is because I passed a challenge in the noob video we are referencing. First time go. Baker did not.
Not so much.
That's right. So, it is on me to help my friend become a better shooter by passing on my knowledge to him in order for him to beat the challenge next time. Maybe not this time, but next time.
I will then possess that knowledge.
Yeah.
I helped you. Yeah, yes. And with that being said, let's get on with the show, or the learning, or the teaching, I guess, or the shooting. That's why you're here, right? Just to watch the shooting.
Shooter, are you ready for instruction?
Hello. Good to see you.
Not what you do.
Oh, yes, I am. To answer your question, I am, even if you don't want to shake hands.
Stand by,
gentlemen do.
stay put, and don't touch nothing. That's better. Hi. Changing your outline from a standing position to a kneeling or prone position has been a staple of military tactics for thousands of years. People are much less likely to look down when trying to find a threat, and it's much more difficult to hit the threat when it's lower to the ground. Ask me, I definitely know. Combining the changing of elevation with firearms accuracy drills adds a third dimension of movement that greatly improves your skill set and survivability in a conflict or success in a competition. Not only does changing your elevation make you more difficult to see or target, it also makes your shooting platform, your body, much more stable and resistant to disturbances, in the force or otherwise. You can think of this like an equation. The taller you are, the wobbly you are, but are much more mobile and able to travel quickly. The lower you are, the more stable you are, but you sacrifice some mobility in a trade-off. Also, keep in mind that the kneeling position can be either one knee touching the ground or two at the shooter's discretion. Another thing to consider when talking about elevation changes is being able to adapt to rough or unfamiliar terrain or to an unaccustomed competitive layout. If you are just as skilled at shooting when prone as you are when standing, that can be extremely useful. While shooting in any position, standing, kneeling, or prone, you must make sure that your change in elevation still gives you the ability to effectively use your firearm. If you have stubby arms like mine, bringing the firearm in line with your sight might require more thought than it would for a tall fellow like Baker. Also, be aware of any headgear you are wearing. If you are wearing a baseball cap, the brim can sometimes obscure the target you are trying to hit. For the purpose of this challenge, some people might need to use a hand to help themselves go to the kneeling position or prone, or vice versa. When doing so, always keep in mind muzzle discipline, a fancy term for keeping your barrel pointed in a safe direction at all times. Here are the key points to this challenge. The distance is stationary, 15-yard line where Baker is standing. Loadout, 1 magazine, 3 live rounds. Time, 10 seconds, not a lot. Targets, 8-inch steel, 10-inch steel, and silhouette. 8-inch on the left, 10-inch on the right, silhouette directly down the middle. The reasons for challenge failure, Baker out there, he does all kinds of things. Baker completed the course within the time frame, but shot the targets out of order.
It happens.
This challenge, like most of all the other noob challenges, is shooter initiated, meaning the individual doing the challenge begins the challenge when they are ready, using the command of stand by, go. If it is a time challenge, the time will start on go. And lastly, we are using an iPhone timer to keep track of the time. By all means, purchase a shot clock if you can afford it and want to be really accurate with your times, but your phone will work just fine. And last but not least, this is the Elevator Down challenge. I forgot to do that at the front, so I'm doing it at the back. Here you go. You see it, you read it, you discovered it, you can pause the screen and take a look at it, or just download it straight from the Intuitive Defense website. We'll talk about that later in the episode.
That's a plug.
Later.
For us.
Shooter.
That's me.
Yep, that's you. Are you familiar with the course outline?
I am.
Okay. Regardless of that, we're going to go over it anyway.
Good, because I don't remember what's going on.
Liar. Anyway, this course is called Elevator Down.
Mm-hmm.
What that means, you're going to be, yes, no, not that, no, stop it, stop, emergency stop. What that means is that you'll be experiencing a change in elevation for each shot. 3 shot total. Orange first, green on the right, second, pink silhouette last. That means that you will be shooting the orange silhouette while standing. You would go to a kneeling position, 1 or 2 knees at your discretion, shoot the green target on the right, the 10-inch, and then go prone and shoot the silhouette in the middle last.
Cool.
Do you understand the course of action?
That I do.
Fantastic. Why don't we, at this point in time, go ahead and put our hearing protection on.
All right.
Simon didn't say for you to touch stuff. I told him not to touch those ice. No, he's not playing. Son of a bitch. All right. I'm gonna put my glasses on first, because otherwise that'd be silly. Okay. Shooter, why don't you go ahead and load your magazine with 3 live rounds.
I brought my lucky steel case
Yeah?
ammunition with me.
Nice.
So I shouldn't have any problems.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, Shooter, and one last thing. Your time limit for this is only 10 seconds. So I suggest you game plan this out before you actually start. Get a game plan in your head so that you won't be wasting any time deciding what to do.
I'm going to spend 3.33 seconds on each target.
Yeah. That actually worked. Fantastic. All right. Cool deal. Shooter, would you go ahead and load your magazine into your firearm? Nice. Okay. And as an added issue, when you are going from kneeling to prone, at all times make sure that firearm is pointed down at the ground if you have to remove it from your hand in order to find a suitable position. You understand?
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. At this point in time, we'll be waiting for your standby go at your discretion. You
All right.
understand?
I'm good.
Fantastic. At your discretion, and go.
Stand by. Go.
Baker is taking the aggressive approach to reducing his height, as we see. In a competition, or something more serious, speed is of the essence. But speed only counts when it helps you, and not so much when you end up with broken kneecaps. Our range is on grass, but yours might not be, so please, take into account the terrain when performing this part of the challenge. Also, note how he went to both knees. Some of you may want to go to just one knee, and that's perfectly fine. As long as the challenge is complete within its parameters, we don't care how you do it. But just so you know, I do it with Ewoks. God damn it, Baker! Baker, instead of moving 1 foot at a time, is moving both feet while going prone. Again, mind your terrain. Also, you'll notice that Baker has one hand on the ground to help him go prone, while the other holds his firearm. His firearm is pointed in a safe direction while doing so, in this instance downrange. Baker's finger is also off the trigger while moving, another good habit to get into. A tense finger on a trigger can result in a nasty surprise if you are frightened suddenly or bumped while moving. Another option could be setting the gun down in order to use both hands to lower yourself, but if you do, make sure that muzzle is pointed in the safe direction while doing so. Safety is key, folks. Baker is finally prone, and you can see how considering your terrain is especially important in this step. In order to avoid bloody elbows, if you are on concrete or gravel, a long sleeve shirt and a pre-placed mat might be an option to consider. Alternatively, you can roll onto either side of your body so that your weight is supported by your ribs and your arms are extended in front of you in order to aim your weapon. But your steadiness might suffer a bit if your arms aren't supported. And here we see what happens when you run your weapon hard and forget to check your attachments. Baker's tack light is not on a specially made rail system. It's in the process of flying away from Baker at the most Baker kind of moment, on his last shot, while being filmed. Check your gear, people, so you don't look silly in front of all 12 of your viewers. Silly Baker. Finally, let's see Baker in action at full speed. Or if it was me, speed and a half. God damn it, Baker!
I was about to yell at you for not letting me clear your firearm, sir. Okay. Fantastic. You hit all the targets in the correct order this time. Good job,
Yay.
buddy. And
I'm bleeding. Told you, 3.33 seconds on each target.
I'm actually going to look that up to find out if 3.33 seconds actually matches up with this number. The number is 9.85 seconds. Very quick, very fast. And on that note, let's head back to the table, sir.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. Why don't you go and pick up your stuff? I didn't say anything about doing that.
I'm all dirty.
I didn't say anything about cleaning up that.
Aw, I need a shower.
You need something.
Even though changes in the shooter's elevation, such as going prone or to a kneeling position, aren't what civilian shooters do a lot of, in the military and some law enforcement units, it is required training. Not only does going prone or kneeling make you a smaller target, but you become much more stable as well, while also sacrificing some mobility. So, yeah, not only that, but think about what you would do if you fell down, got pushed down, or had to hide behind low cover.
Yep. I think about that every time I step out of it. Yeah. You can think of that kind of like a balancing act. For instance, while I'm standing, I'm free to move around, but it's much easier for Baker to push me over.
Good example.
That's not exactly necessary. If I go prone, on the other hand, that's not the point. You're stepping on me. Get off. Get off, you stupid pontoon feet.
The things that most non-professional or non-competition shooters focus on are usually the three things that you need to accurately hit a target: stance and grip, sights, trigger squeeze. Unfortunately, that leaves a lot of essential aspects of shooting out, most of which can mean the difference between losing a competition or losing your life.
So, we here at Intuitive Defense, that's us, that's right there, decided to try and bring these topics to life in an interesting and educational manner without boring everyone in tears. They're just saying, it's so boring. And today's episode, focusing on the very important aspect of, well, elevation change, kneeling, prone, all the other good stuff, is our effort to get as many people as possible aware of how important they are, as well as how to start training on the topic in the simplest and most efficient manner as possible.
And if there's one group of guys that know how to get down, ironically enough, it's the Space Force.
Well, it's because they're all up there, so they know how to get down.
See, he gets the joke. They told me all about how hard they partied when I was rescuing the Queen of America from low Earth orbit as she was being attacked by multi-armed and incestuous aliens.
Oh, how'd the rescue go?
Space-tastic! That's one of their catchphrases that lets you know how wild these guys are. Just a wild and crazy group of guys they are.
That does sound wild. Wild indeed.
Yeah.
Space-tastic. But on a serious note, because we have been joking,
Yeah. No more
we chose a challenge that one of us failed in Season 2. If there are other challenges from Noob Season 2 that you would like to see broken down into winning strategies or other problems you might personally have with the shooting, let us know in the comment section.
This coaching video specifically focuses on the failed noob challenge from Season 2, Episode 12. But the entire video is available to watch right here.
No,
when that little icon pops up, you just
it's up there.
click on.
This is the description. That's the next. That's the related video up. So it's up, not down.
One of these days I'll get this.
Yep. To see all the challenges of Noob Season 2, visit intuitivedefense.com and click on the Articles tab at the top of the website. Then scroll down to the subject line on the right side and look for Noob. Click on that and you'll be good to go.
You okay?
It popped.
All right. Although we covered some important information in this video, the most important part is training. If you're interested in training with us, check out our list of training courses on the Intuitive Defense website. Link in the description above, because that's where they are now.
Down. Well, that's it for this episode. Tune in next time for the next installment of the Noob Coaching Series.
See you guys later.
Hey! Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Oh, that feels so good. We'll see you later. Hi! Because I was like, hey, I'll see you.
Oh.
He was related.
I'm just going to go to a prone position now.
Okay. Okay, keep going. Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't move. Don't move.
Uh-huh. My new